Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard the Audire Astra for another. Actually, no, this is another Reddit read stream. Audire and Rushi reads Reddit. Hi, Tommy, Oz, Alex, Cole, Cass. Good to see you all here today. Yes, I get tired of. Here's the thing. I get tired of seeing these things mostly on Twitter that I just like. I have no one to react to them to. I want to talk to someone about this. And I don't have anyone to talk to about it.
And they're always so weird.
I know. So, you know what? Why not make a stream out of it where I just react to. I could kind of give the reactions that I wanted to give. We're going to have deep philosophical discussions about, I don't know. We'll see. Hi, Wraith. Good to see you here. Define afternoon. Afternoon, it's afternoon and before midnight. No, oh, sorry. Yes. That's correct.
For me, it's
afternoon
midnight.
Before midnight.
For me,
Morning
it's
is
after
before noon and after midnight. Afternoon is afternoon and before midnight. Okay, so there's only two phases of the day. There is morning and then there is afternoon. There's morning, there's noon, there's afternoon, and there's midnight. Okay, that's how time works.
Second breakfast.
In the morning, that's what makes it breakfast.
Well, what if you have
Hey,
breakfast
Hawk,
at like
good to
5
see you here.
p.m.? What if breakfast is at like 5 p.m.?
That's dinner.
No, like if you wake up at like 5:30 and then go get breakfast at 5, that's still breakfast, right? Right?
It's breakfast in the sense that you're breaking your fast. But it's not breakfast in the sense of it's the morning meal.
Wait, that's where it comes from?
Yes, it's literally break fast. You're fasting overnight and you break your fast.
I mean, I eat shit at night.
Well, you're supposed to. Look, when they came up with the term, back in medieval times, they didn't have midnight snacks. Midnight snacks hadn't been invented yet.
I'm making my personal mission to mess up
The midnight
everything.
fridge run had not been invented because refrigerators didn't exist.
Gonna invent a time machine to fuck that shit up.
Dear, you when evening walks in. I don't believe in evening.
Evening's nice though. It's the perfect time to wake up.
This woman, I swear.
Why?
Man, life must have sucked back then. I'm sure life's. Oh, that reminds me, actually. I saw, this photo on Twitter today. It was just sod house, the Netherlands, 1930. I was like, damn. And it's this.
What do you mean
medieval...
that's old? That's 1930?
Yes, 19. What? But it looks like straight. It looks like straight out of medieval times. Because it was just this family just dressed in these peasant clothing, and in front of this house is half in the ground. The roof is looks like it's caved in, but I guess it's just shaped like that. It's damn, the Dutch were poor a century ago. Holy cow!
What the fuck?
They're living I didn't realize they were still living like peasants in the 1930s.
Those were just how houses look. Send me a picture of the house. I fucking dare you.
Let me see if I can still find it on Twitter. Sod house.
I will end you.
Oh, I found it.
Yeah, the Netherlands were a major part of the early world trade. We were literally known for that shit. We were one of the few people who could trade with Japan.
But apparently the peasants did not benefit.
No, we did not. We ate our prime minister for a reason.
Look at this.
Show
It's a
it to me.
photograph. Oh, sorry, it's on my stream. Let me send it to you.
Show it.
This is photographed. Okay, this was after the invention of color photography. 1936 is what the tweet says. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is
What do
Rishi's
you
people.
mean? It's a perfectly good house.
They look like. So this is where hobbits came from.
What the fuck?
This is like a hobbit hole. It's literally a hobbit hole. In a hole in the ground. In a hole in the ground, there lived a Dutchman.
It works. There we go. There we go. It works.
Look at this. There's just like a wheel. There's like some kind of wheel just on the roof. Just left
That's
it.
a chimney.
This house is just made from like they just piled up garbage. They just piled up garbage and put a door on it and decided to live in it. It's like
Yeah.
like bro's first Minecraft house.
What the fuck?
It's so bad. Oh, Rushi's a bit quiet. Let me turn her up.
Do y'all really have the right to complain with the current housing prices?
I'm sure. Fair, but... Oh, gosh darn it. How do I turn you up?
You gotta do it in the audio thing, the audio mixer.
I should be able to turn up your voice in Discord, except I can't because I'm screen sharing. I'm gonna stop the screen share for a sec. Okay. Now speak.
Bitch.
Okay. How's her volume now? Chat. I'm just gonna proceed assuming
Yeah,
it's
me
good.
language. Weet je wat? Krijg de tyfus. Ik ga lekker in Duits tegen je schelden. In Duits. Kut. Nederlands. Duits is het land naast me.
She's speaking Hobbit.
What the fuck?
Look. We have someone
People.
fluent in Hobbit.
Hey. Hoe bedoel je
Alright.
fluent in Hobbit?
I'm sorry.
Ik ga je scheden breken.
It's actually Jar Jar Binks. That's the actual name of the language. We even a serious problem here.
We hebben een serieus probleem als ik bij jou kom. Jij hebt straks een serieus probleem. Ik ga nu het vliegtuig in.
Yeah, see, this is Jar Jar Binks.
I am rapidly approaching your location. En dan heb jij een serieus probleem.
This is just how I just imagine this is how the Dutch always communicate. They're just angry, shouting all the time.
No. That's the Germans.
Did you pull
And
up
the
that
New
sign
Yorkers.
that was the plane bus delay in Dutch, but also what? I have no idea what you're talking about, Cole. Oh gosh, we haven't even started, and I'm already have tears in my eyes.
Oh, de fucking oepsie woepsie. De trein is stukkie wukkie. We zijn heel hard aan het werken om het te maken. Misschien had je beter kunnen fixen, sign.
Those were definitely sounds that came out of her mouth.
Oepsie woepsie.
Okay,
Oepsie woepsie.
I'm gonna switch to Reddit. Understandable, Rishi. Have a nice day. I think her day's been going pretty well, it seems like. She's been vibing. Oh wait,
I
she's
feel
not
like
here.
I'm having a mental breakdown. Ooh, I'm the spirit of Christmas past. Woo!
Oh. Oh gosh, darn it. This thing broke again. I have to move myself manually.
Oh, what a shame! What a shame!
Ooh. There. Okay. All right. Where do I put you where it's still readable?
Oh, what would I do with the power of steal? That's not even a question. I'd steal.
Completely unapologetic.
I mean, we all would. We all would. I'm just honest about it. And my tracker is just like, nah. I literally turn invisible.
What would I do?
Oh, there we go. Alright, there I am. There we go.
I'm thinking.
Well, or I would, like, sneak onto a plane and have unlimited free travel. Like, there's always gonna be, like,
you wouldn't have a seat, though.
Sometimes I won't, but most times you will because I don't. Have you seen, like,
and you wouldn't be able to have any luggage.
flight?
You wouldn't have any luggage with you.
Big deal, I can steal clothes there. Or what if I
True.
just send a package over the ocean and just pay for that? So it goes across the ocean and I'll just pick it up over there.
It would get lost so much, though. Like,
I could just steal. But, like, have you seen transatlantic flight? Like, have the stuff on those planes not sold. You can just take any seat and just not wear the seatbelt. Done.
okay, I mean, I have not flown transatlantic. I've never been to Europe, so. She could take the clothes off the other passengers. She's invisible, not invincible. Like, you would definitely feel her and punch her.
Where would I get my Lolita dresses? Well...
The Lolita
that's a
sword?
good one. Well, I wouldn't steal from them. I respect them too much.
Oh,
I respect
fair
them
enough.
too much. So what I would do is steal other stuff, sell those
So
for
you can
profit, and then use that. Or just steal money. Just go to a bank, get ability. Done. What are they gonna do?
You know, actually, you don't need to steal. You could just make a killing making YouTube videos.
Of, like, random
Like-
locations?
No, just like ghost proven. Like, just show up, like, go to like two people, just pay people to do 2 tricks. Like, you do appear at magic shows. You're invisible. Like, you can do so much. Like, legitimately with your... Like, sure, do that. But I think that, like, at some point you're gonna make more money, actually, just working in, like, special effects.
No, but, like, then people would know that you can turn invisible, so they're gonna take
Well,
measurements against you specifically.
You could do it anonymously.
They would still figure out.
How are they gonna figure out if you're invisible in every video?
No, but they have ways to track. They have literally tracked down where someone lived because of the reflection of their eye.
You're invisible. There's no reflections. Like,
You're not
they can track down
reflections, but you can see any location where you're at. So they can track you down to that location.
Like, they can track you down to the location, but they don't know who you are.
If it's on your YouTube account, which I assume it is because you're receiving the money, means that you have to give your information and they can get that information.
I guess accept payment only in crypto.
All connected. Who the fuck gets paid in crypto? At that point, I just rob a bank.
Crypto bros.
Ugh.
Rob a crypto exchange. Actually, I mean, they don't have any money, but they don't have any money to steal.
Just invisibility into one of those crypto conventions and just give everyone a wedgie. That's what I do. No, Cole, the thing is, I live in the Netherlands. We already got enough of those, and they aren't even invisible. Also, you don't really have a good business if you're invisible, because where are your clients gonna find you? I think YouTube is not very happy about us having this conversation. It gets paid in crypto, so...
Yeah, like, obviously crypto is the way to go for online crime.
But
But
then,
also...
I can't use that for Lolita, so it's out of the question.
I mean, I feel it's
Wear my
like,
pretty
you could do
dress.
like the ultimate haunted house.
You could do that with special effects.
No, not in real life.
Yeah, you can.
I mean, we can't just use special effects to like make things float and hit people.
I mean, that
with
was
them.
the whole point of the Wizard of Oz. Call me
Huh?
wrong. That was like the world's best haunted house for that time. Where they had a giant fucking head just tell you like, oh yeah, just kill this person. And I was like, oh yeah, sure.
Rishi, you know the Wizard of Oz wasn't real, right?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Okay, you know.
What do you mean?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry. We're not gonna burst her bubble today.
What do you mean it's real?
I mean,
Have I lived a lie?
she no. Also, Santa is also real. So is the Tooth Fairy.
Yay! Yay! Well, to be fair, the SFX in the Haunted Mansion in Disney World are very good. Wait,
Yeah.
Santa isn't real?
We're finding out Santa wasn't real.
Santa's real.
Tommy, we just established Santa is real. What are you talking about?
Yay! So I can kill him for not giving me any presents last year.
You could try, but he's immortal.
Is it one of those things that if I kill him, I take over his place? Motherfucker!
You become fat and start growing a beard. You'll never fit into a Lolita outfit again.
Joke's on you, there's plus size Lolita dresses.
Are there for Santa size though?
Yeah, they do custom
Okay,
sizing.
fine.
Also, you know me, I could use a couple of pounds.
Oh, that is true. Part of the crew, part of the sleigh. Part of the crew, part of the sleigh.
Wait, what?
Oh, Pirates of the Caribbean. Do you not?
Huh?
So if whoever kills Davy Jones must take his place, and then one of the things they said is like, if you become part of the crew of his ship, you eventually became part of the ship.
Oh, right, where they literally merge
Yeah.
into the fucking ship.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. You can do a lot of, like, cool SFX, though, because, like, there's some cool shit that you can just do even without being invisible. Like, when I was away on the weekend... Oh, wait. I like how we've been going for, like, 20 minutes.
Haven't even started.
ADHD moment. I was at this thing in the weekend, and there was like breakfast with special entertainment because we were away from the peasants and we got food and all that stuff. It was awesome. Like there was like this magician and he did this awesome fucking bunch of tricks and it was awesome and I still don't know how he did it. But he sure wasn't invisible.
Yeah, but you could do even better if you were invisible. Let's think of how much how much you could up the game.
No, but how can you pull an ear out of someone's ear? How can you pull a fucking coin out of someone's ear if you're not even visible?
It's just hidden behind his hand.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I saw his hand. It was not there.
He shows you one side of his hand. The coin's on the other side. Then he shows you the other side. And as he's flipping his hand around, he moves the coin to the other side of the hand, so you can't see it. If someone was standing behind
both sides.
You can't, but not at the same time.
Yeah, of course not. I would be really fucked up.
Exactly. If you were standing behind him as he was doing that to you, you would just see the coin behind him, behind his hand the whole time.
There was no one standing behind him.
I know. Of course there wasn't, because he makes sure there's no one standing behind him while he does that. Otherwise, he would just see through the trick.
How? Like, I swear to God, the coin was gone. And he also got the coin out of nowhere. Like, he just touched it as a coin. It was like a gulden, back from the old days. It's prestidigitation. It's just hand tricks. The sleight of hand. No, it was cool. Like, how else do you explain the one trick? Like, he had this one where he had 3 ropes, like a short size, a middle size, and a long size. He tied them all together and they all became the same length.
Well, I don't know how to do that one, but the coin,
cool.
The coin one's really basic.
No, it was cool.
I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm not saying it wasn't, but like, it's pretty easy to figure out how he did it.
Then he did some card tricks and he called me smart because I was the only one who figured it out. It was awesome.
Probably calls everyone that.
No, literally, there was like a table, and there was like he turned the cards upside down and asked them to put like the what's it called, like one of those clips on the spades. Like, there was one spades card and the rest were red. And everyone kept placing them on every single other one. And then I got it, and it was fun.
Rushi seems like she would shove coins in her ears, though. I don't know. Her ears are probably really small.
Oh, they're actually really big. Fuck you, Lucas!
Hi, Lucas. Welcome.
Fuck you, Lucas. Get the fuck out.
Okay. Reddit. Right, this is good.
25 minutes! Oh,
this is my channel. Reddit and idea. Look,
I was too busy playing games before this. Fuck you, Lucas!
Thank you, Lucas. I appreciate it.
Fuck you!
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna skip down because I know there was one here which felt relevant to Rushi. Never mind. I guess it's not here anymore. It's no control F.
Do you remember a what's it called? A code word from it? Like
there was one about an autistic girlfriend. And okay, it's not here anymore.
Search it on by the asshole.
Autistic girlfriend. Oh yeah, here it is. Am I the asshole for telling my autistic girlfriend to just deal with toppings on a pizza to save money? For context, we are extremely poor and have less than $200 in our bank account. Mai wanted to order pizza, so I said, hey, there's this coupon for $40 off of any large pizza with 3 toppings. That coupon could save us a lot of money, which we could spend on other things like gas for the car. I told her this, and she starts talking about her autism makes her not like certain textures. I tell her that 40% off is 40% off, and that she can just pull the toppings she doesn't like off the pizza. He then compares what I just said to insulting a person in a wheelchair, as if her autism texture thing is as serious as someone who literally can't walk. I tell her that we're poor and we need to save every penny, and that sometimes we have to do things we don't necessarily like to get by. She then says I'm saying this because of my ego. Am I the asshole for essentially telling her to suck it up to save money? Yes.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, you could just tell him to not put toppings or only put toppings that she likes.
yeah.
Like, how hard is that?
Like, it never specified which toppings.
Yeah.
Like, it never specified which toppings. Does the comments have an info on if the topics were set or not?
No, I don't. Alpi has offered the following explanation for why my girlfriend has basically told me I'm entirely the problem for this, and I feel like that's not an accurate statement. I want others' opinions on this to help settle our argument. Yeah, no, I don't think the OP added any updates on whether or not, but the first comment, the comments are just talking about like how you can just do exactly what we just talked about. You can just order the toppings that she likes.
Yeah. And like, it's not the same thing as insulting someone in a wheelchair, but it is comparable.
No, it's a similar concept, like maybe not the same degree.
Yeah. Yeah,
also, 40%
like, it's comparable.
Guys, 40% of a large 3-topping pizza. Look, pizza coupons go crazy, okay? I know, because I live like a block away from a Domino's, and I go there semi-frequently, and like, at base, they have like
Domino's.
they have a coupon for like 20%. But if you walk out the pizza yourself, instead of getting it delivered, they give you like a $16 pizza, large pizza costs like $8. It's a 50% discount. It's insane. It's like I keep getting these large pizzas from there, and I have to stop because like it's gonna have way too many calories. But like $8 for a large pizza, like what? Like what? This is a pizza coupons go crazy.
Food is so cheap. What the fuck?
Look, this is cheap. This is abnormally cheap, even by American standards. This is
when I go to Domino's, which I also do kind of frequently, I have to pay like $10 for the smallest pizza they have.
Wait, how often was this?
How often? What the?
I was like, how often I was getting a large pizza and eating it by myself. This was like once every few months, like once every probably 3 months, 2 to 3 months.
Yes, frequent.
I mean, that's it's to me it's frequent. I don't order out pizza very often. That's why I said semi-frequently. Once every 3 months is not. Well, no, Tommy, you said that I had to. It's like I had to limit myself, otherwise it would be too many calories. That's my point. It's large 3-topping, there's no way coupons for those. 1 topping, I think here, actually wait, let me Google it. I mean, not Google this, but let me just check what they have right now.
In the Netherlands, they usually have like 1 or 2 weeks in the year where a pizza will be, will always be €6.
Oh, right now, I go to the Domino's page. First thing, this week only, large 2-topping pizzas, $6.99 each. Let me check what the normal price is. Let me see, order now. Carry it. Okay, I don't want to build the pizza. Let me just pick. Anyways, okay. Oh, large New York style pizza, large 3-topping, $10.99 each. And I think the normal price is, so remember, the normal price for a large pizza here is like $16. So that's like 40% off. Like that is absolutely, so this is absolutely plausible. Okay? Absolutely plausible story. Even in this economy.
Yeah. And also in this, I do really get the texture is going to mess up my day kind of thing. Because texture is everything in food.
Okay, okay. I'm not autistic, so I can't speak to that part. But do you have any textures that like you can't stand?
Peppers. I cannot
You're
stand
allergic to peppers. Like, what do you mean you can't stand peppers? You keep eating them.
I like
What do you mean?
paprika.
What do you mean?
Paprika, the paprika peppers,
Oh,
the bell peppers.
Okay. I was like, what do you mean you
Bell
can't
peppers.
eat peppers? Like every other week, you're like, you message me like, oops, guess what I did again? Oops, I ate some peppers. And now like my
The last one was about because I used to
my
capsaicin.
throat's on fire and my itching all over and I have a whole body rash.
I used the capsaicin lipstick again. That's what I did.
But you also eat spicy stuff. Like, frequently.
Yeah. Not today though, but I ate a lot of food today.
Cardboard? You can't stand cardboard?
Cardboard is.
You will die if you touch styrofoam. Oh my gosh, Tommy, maybe you are autistic.
I mean, styrofoam is just one of those really shitty textures, especially if it's broken and it just gets everywhere.
Oh, why did she have them? She doesn't have them in her house. I'm pretty sure she just goes out and eats them and
Yeah.
tries on lip. What did he call it? Lip puffer or something?
Lip plumper.
Lip plumper, yeah, lip plumper that has capsaicin in it, and then how many times have you done it now? What?
More than to count on one hand.
She doesn't learn. She doesn't learn.
I can't count it on one hand, and I haven't learned the numbers on the other one yet.
Also, yeah, we were talking about food. Tommy, why did you just immediately go to cardboard? It's like, Tommy, I didn't know you ate cardboard.
We all have tried to eat it at some point, you know? We've all
No,
tried it.
I have not. I have
Stop
not.
lying, you have.
No, I have not. I have not.
Dude,
The closest I ever came, I nibbled on a napkin once. What are you really surprised I've not eaten cardboard before?
I used to eat paper in school.
Actually, no, that's kind of common, actually, when I think about it. A lot of kids
I was very
will just
bored.
swallow, just like eat little scraps of paper. Try dog food.
Oh, dog food isn't that bad, actually.
Uh,
Dog food isn't nearly as bad as you think it is.
Don't say that. Please
What
eat
do you
people
mean?
food. Please eat people
No,
food.
it's cheaper.
Hi, Brett. I don't care if it's cheaper. Please eat people
Cheaper!
food. It's cheaper for a reason. It's not meant for humans.
It's still food.
It's not
It has
meant
a
for
lot of
human
good protein.
consumption. It's not meant for human consumption. It's like you don't take the horse dewormer just because it's not meant for humans. It's like, yes, there's a human version of the medication, but the one for horses is not made to the same level of quality. Don't eat dog food. Don't take horse dewormer.
Okay, what if I eat cat food? Because I like the fish.
You could just buy fish. You can just
It's
buy canned fish.
expensive! Have you seen how much salmon goes for nowadays? I went to get some salmon. It's like €5 for like 100 grams. It's bullshit.
I bet the cat food is just like fake meat that's been flavored with fish.
I mean, it still gives health benefits like eating food. And if a cat can eat it, surely a human can.
That's not how it works. That's not how it works.
Cats have a more limited diet, so everything they eat, we can eat.
Cats
My
will just like
grandfather used to have a monkey for this fucking purpose.
Humans. No, like cats are still evolved to eat like raw meat and foods and stuff, and humans are not. Humans are we've been cooking food for so long that we are no longer capable like properly digesting raw meat anymore.
I still eat it. I'm fine. And not only sushi, but like
I'm not sure about that, Rushi. If you're gonna say, look at me, I'm fine. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure that's the.
I turned out relatively fine. I turned out.
You're gonna say, look at me, I turned out okay. I'm not sure. Are you sure you're okay? Are you really okay, Rushi? I'm not sure about that. Like,
mentally or physically. Mentally or physically.
All of the above. Yes. Yes.
I turned out fine.
I'm not sure about that.
If I bite into a steak and it doesn't ruin me, it's too well done.
I feel like if you just show you around and say like, look at her, she turned out all right, and everyone's gonna go like, You just like make the villager noises. I think you can. You're just more prone. No, you don't. You actually derive. It's not just that like it's more cooked food is more nutritious. Like you're actually much worse at digesting raw meat than like a cat or a dog or all animals basically that have.
I mean, filet Americain is just raw food. I eat that shit.
Okay, we're moving on. We're going back to anyways. Conclusion, that dude's an asshole. You can just buy pizza. Honestly though, if you're that freaking poor, just buy frozen pizza. No matter the coupon, it's like the frozen pizza is gonna be cheaper. You can get like a large frozen pizza for like $3.
Also, saying 200 euros in your account isn't much. Like, that's still enough to get you through like 2 months.
Okay, Rushi, you are definitely a special case in that regard.
Cat food.
He's cheap, Audire. Joke's on you, Rushi. I'm pretty sure Rushi has lost.
I beat you in that regard. I'm fucked this week. I accidentally ate all of my food for like a week in one day.
Okay,
I am fucked.
Yeah,
nah,
it's... Okay, I'm gonna explain to chat. It's happened I won't say frequently, but on multiple occasions now where Rushi just messaged me, he's like, I have no food for the rest, and I'm out of money for the rest of the week. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna send you something. Go buy some food, please. Don't starve.
I'm fine usually. Usually the messages are more of like, guess who's making poor life choices? And then, yeah.
Yeah.
Because food is hell expensive here. Like, if you go to the store, like, even, like, the freezed things, like, vegetables and all that stuff, one bag of, like, half a pound can already net you, like, 4 to 5 euros. For half a pound of frozen vegetables.
Maybe I should sign Rushi up for one of those meal services. I don't think they have those in Europe.
They do, but they're horrible.
Oh, they do?
We have HelloFresh.
Oh, I've never tried it.
It's bad. It's bad. They literally make fun of HelloFresh here.
It's like in Slovakia, you could probably buy the whole country for 200 euros.
I am thinking of moving. Like, I also don't like the policies there and stuff, but yeah, food prices are insane. And like, a thing that is probably also very bad in the US right now, gas prices. Ooh.
Like Blue Apron or HelloFresh, it's better than cat food, yes. It's gonna be better than cat food. This sun is moving towards a value system that frequently doesn't align with the rest of the world. Okay. Let's go for more recent one. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just thinking, because that was like, people complaining about am I the asshole? And then being like, oh yeah, there's too much... I don't even remember it now, honestly. Already done.
Okay, let's see this one. Am I the asshole for skipping my friend's birthday without warning because his GF calls me the typical GBF? What does GBF mean? Girl boyfriend? What? Huh? Oh, girl best friend. Okay. Miles and I have known each other since we were... because our parents are best friends. Yeah, that was also the first one. Now, I'm not saying Miles is my best friend. He is a good friend and we do hang out on occasion, but see each other on all major holidays because of our parents. We are in our early 20s. The problem started because of a dumb childhood memory. When we were 8, we had a wedding play on school after care. I played the groom and Brad and Miles the groom. It was a play with horrible songs and uncoordinated kids. OBS. Huh?
Obviously.
Oh, our parents. I'm sorry. When I see OBS, all I can think of is, the software.
The software.
Made pictures and videos of that, and we have one picture on our family pictures walls. Miles is dating Lindy. These met 3 years ago and started dating last year. Lindy does not like me. But every time we coincide at a celebration, she makes a comment about being the typical girl best friend. She one time said that I secretly wanted to sleep with Miles. I have no clue where she got that impression from. Miles and I have different friend groups and schedules. Besides the monthly catch-up over food, we didn't really meet that much. Things got
you smell that? You smell that? It smells like insecurity.
When Livy saw the wedding play picture, the comments just got more. She started DMing on Instagram saying she knew what game I was playing. But when she was 8 years old...
Smells like insecurity and that someone just really wants some drama.
I want to tell Miles once about this, and he told me to give her time. His birthday was on Saturday, and I was invited. Lindy wrote me saying along the lines that she was going to supervise me. This was their first birthday as a couple, and I was not allowed to take up his time. I was also just fed up, so I tried talking to Miles once more, but he said the same thing. But I just skipped out. When the party started, I woke a quick sorry I can't come and told him my mother was going to bring his present. Now he's upset with me for missing his birthday. Lindy is mad that I made it all about myself. My parents are upset I missed a family function. Am I the asshole?
A family function for visiting a friend?
It's his birthday party, I guess.
Yeah? Is that a family function?
I mean,
I feel that only applies if it's your family.
Well, I guess her parents went, I guess. And so, it's probably one of the things that her parents went, and she decided she didn't want to be there. And so that was the family function.
How is that a family function?
If you wanted to go as a family.
I mean, they weren't, right? It was just a drop-off.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely don't think she's the asshole in the situation.
She's literally doing nothing, and there's someone who's super defensive about it.
I mean, literally speaking, people who know each other since they were 2 are very rarely romantically interested in each other. Assuming the same age. It's the inherent anti-incest instinct. So this is actually a thing. This is a problem, and I remember reading this was a problem in ancient Egypt. Because they would take the future pharaoh and his wife, and he was decided at birth, and they would raise them together. And then when they finally grew up, got married as adults, they just couldn't bring themselves to have sex because it felt so weird because they were basically siblings because they had been raised together their whole lives. It's the anti-incest instinct. It is real. Not everyone has it, but most people do. You okay, Rishi?
Oh, yeah.
Anyways.
Just it really sounds like the parents are trying to set it up.
Yeah, it sounded like the parents sounded like they were trying setting up, but also come on, Lindy. how? Look, if she and Miles wanted to get together, right? He clearly could have done so ages ago, right? So like,
Yeah.
just and you like your man. I get it, but just
People can have best friends of the opposite gender.
Yes.
It's not that weird.
yes, it is a thing. It can happen. She's not the asshole, but she should probably have a proper talk about this. I mean,
Yeah.
it sounded like she tried to talk about this.
And immediately got written off by, just give her time, just give her time. Which honestly
Yeah.
just makes Miles the asshole.
No, absolutely. Miles absolutely is. I mean, it's not like they're friends, but not best friends, right? So it's like
Yeah.
he's prioritizing his girlfriend over his normal friend, and I can also understand that. But also, if that happens, you shouldn't be super upset that she doesn't attend your birthday party because you are, well, it's been established to you that your girlfriend does not like her and makes her very uncomfortable. So if your girlfriend is going to be there, of course she is not understandable that she would not be there. If
And
you're
also
going to
just
choose,
yeah.
yeah, if you're going to choose your girlfriend over your friend, you should not be surprised Pikachu when your friend chooses herself over your girlfriend.
Yeah, and also they gave like, if you look closely, she's going to supervise her and was not allowed to talk to the person who is celebrating the birthday. I also wouldn't go.
Judging by the
And
most
he-
searched category,
Yeah.
also, yeah, no,
Like,
absolutely.
she also tried to talk to him about it, and he was also like, "Oh yeah, sure, just follow what she's saying." And then she was like, "Okay, I'm just not gonna show up." And then they got angry.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely reasonable.
Like, she already reached out to them multiple times
Yeah.
because it was once about like the wedding picture, probably, quote unquote,
Yeah, I mean,
and then the
you have
birthday
to,
party.
yeah, obviously you have to keep in mind you're always seeing this from just one person's perspective, but at least from what she's describing, she did everything completely reasonably.
Yeah.
You're in control of your sexual health with Let's Get Checks Help screen for common STDs at home with an at-home sample collection and lab results delivered online.
I feel like I'd rather have that done with an actual doctor. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not sure how effective the home sampling is going to be.
Nice personalized ads.
These, I'm not logged in, okay? These are not targeted. This is an incognito window. Am I the asshole for refusing to share food I had ordered for myself?
No, your food, your rules.
This week, a minor examination that required you to not eat for 24 hours prior to the test. My appointment was delayed by 4 hours. I was very hungry, so he ordered some food. He asked my GF if she wanted anything, but she said no. GF said, "Would you rather cook?" I said, "I prefer a takeaway, so we can just have separate meals." Rather we just both cooked. Once my food said eating, she came over. She had some actually serious. I brought her multiple, and she wanted anything. She wouldn't sit and enjoy your food or try and. I hate people like this.
Oh.
I hate it. I hate people like this.
Yeah.
This
I mean,
is
I
breakup.
sometimes am this on, but like not to this extent. Like if someone's like, "Hey, I'm gonna order food. You want anything?" And I go, "No, thank you." And they actually order the food. I'm not gonna take anything unless they offer it. But that's usually a case of, "I know you're fucking hungry. Here, have this. I know you just feel bad about asking." But I'm not gonna
This is-
take food.
This is breakup worthy. This is like dump her. This is she is not worth it.
Yeah.
This is not your future wife. Do not marry this woman.
Especially after the surgery, right? Like,
Yeah, especially
They were
after
hungry.
surgery.
they were hungry and probably very cranky and probably didn't have the energy to cook because, hospital.
Yeah, no,
That's
absolutely.
gonna take energy. You're not gonna cook.
Also, so basically, She was just lazy. She didn't want to cook. She didn't want to cook her own food. She told him not to order food because she wanted him to cook. Just because she said she'd rather we both just cook. But when she says that, she just means, I want you to cook.
Yeah, like, we both cooked. Like,
Yeah, so then she just didn't. She could have cooked her own food. She didn't. Sucks to be you. Oh no, the consequences of my own decisions.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, this is what you... Am I the asshole for not giving my plus-sized friend the queen-sized bed in our B&B? I'm going on vacation with 4 of your friends. We go every year. You use a randomized selection tool to help us choose who gets which bedroom. First 3 of us chose the queens. We got twin beds. We had to share a room. Yeah, it sucks. If you can switch places with your queen size bed, she's plus size, but it's not so big she can't fit in a twin bed. A person lost over 100 pounds. Now the biggest was bigger than Mary is now. I never once asked to switch beds when I was bigger. I do understand what's bigger. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like
That's so trivial. That is so trivial.
Like also like honestly, who cares if the bed is, slightly smaller?
That's trivial.
It's not really about the width, actually. It's more about like the height. Like, I feel like if it's like a really short bed and you gotta like curl up to fit in it, I could understand. But like if you can fit in the bed, there's no issue. Like,
Yeah.
Personally, I'd be fine with a twin bed.
This is making mountains out of moleholes.
Yeah. Especially, like, you agreed to the system. You agreed to the randomized system. Also, just don't freaking stay in Airbnbs. Just avoid Airbnbs.
They're more expensive than hotels nowadays.
It's not worth it. Stop hoping.
Also, you have to clean your own fucking room.
Yeah, look.
And still pay a cleaning fee.
Stop supporting this horrible system that is responsible for helping to keep home prices unaffordable.
Like, I think there was an article that, like, I think like 1/4 of all houses in Amsterdam are Airbnbs or some shit.
Oh, no. I think that's the case on a lot of big cities. Like part of the reason it's just all homes are now just being bought up by LLCs, company businesses, trying to turn them into micro renting things. Okay, I'm not even gonna click on this. Am I the ass? I don't know what libta means, but
Will I be the asshole?
oh, if I back out of helping my sister pay for a car because she went and got a 65K Jeep instead of what we originally agreed on. No, I'm not going to read the rest of this.
That's just, yeah.
No, your sister is being an asshole. Am I the asshole for agreeing to split the bill on a double date, which ended in my best friend being dumped?
Huh.
I mean,
someone's being
sucks.
salty. I can smell that from a distance. Someone is salty in that conversation.
Hi, I'm 22 female. I'm really unsure. My best friend and roommate, 22 female, Amy, have been seeing a guy for 2 months. She really likes him. Airbnb sounds like a way for serial killers to get victims delivered to them.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm not
What are they
aware
gonna
of
do?
any...
Write a bad review?
Last night, she asked if I go along with the blind double date, i.e. her and the guy she's dating, me and one of his friends who is single and looking. I wasn't keen, but she insisted, so I agreed. Wait, if it's... Oh, okay, so it's a half blind. Because her friend isn't blind on the double date. We got to the restaurant, which is a nice place in our area, and things seemed going fine. The friend she was setting me up with was cool, but I'm really not looking right now, and he didn't feel any kind of spark. We get to the end of dinner, and the bill comes. Amy chimes in and says, "Don't worry, our men have got this." To which I said, no, I don't mind. It was a crazy expensive place, but not cheap. But the back and forth happened. Amy kept sitting as always. The gentleman said, like, you do you happy to split. The guys were saying they would cover, but both seemed uncomfortable to be paid, and we all left. Amy and her boyfriend went back to his. I said goodnight to his friend and went home later. Later, Amy texted her man about complicated relationship because he doesn't want someone who always insists the men pay.
That's on her. That's on fucking her.
I ruined it by offering to split and should have sided with her, not making.
That's on her.
Yeah.
Why are you friends?
That's so stupid.
Why are you friends?
You can. Again, it's just, oh
She
no, it's the
sounds horrible.
the consequences of my own decisions.
I'm just gonna blame my friend who literally did nothing but be nice for making me look bad. Oh, the voice crack. Ooh.
Yeah, it's literally it. Like she's mad at her friend for making her look bad by being a more generous person. Like, how dare you be more generous?
Like, how dare you do something nice while I am literally doing a dick move? How dare you? Now they have something to compare me to.
I mean, the first thing is, I mean, don't worry, our men have got this. If you say that, and the men have not already agreed to pay for it, if you just speak for them, no shit. Like, holy cow, like, that's such an asshole thing to do.
Yeah.
I feel like her friend might be one of those feminists.
Yeah. And they give all of the feminists a fucking bad name.
I'm now not a girl's girl because I didn't back her. Okay, yeah, she is definitely one of those feminists. Without being told I should have been given.
I wonder if she likes J.K. Rowling.
She responded, I want to pay for myself. Especially didn't see myself in the blind tape having a single person. Rent effectively over, I'm looking to move out. Amy is not trying to apologize because she can't afford the rent on her own or get someone else to move in on short notice. I feel horrible, but okay, so they are not friends anymore. That's good to know.
Good.
Am I the asshole for leaving my husband at our lake house with his family? You're assholes for having a lake house.
Like, there are no ethical billionaires. There are no ethical millionaires. If you can afford a second home, you're part of the problem.
For leaving my husband and I own a lake house that we spend our free time when it's warm. We go over there over the winter to check on it and do any basic maintenance that is required. It is not set up for winter living. We often invite friends and family over. We also have almost 2 acres of land. There's lots of room to park an RV or set up a tent.
Asshole for being rich, but I don't see anything bad yet.
Yeah. Well, this is describing the situation so far. The last weekend was one where we went to get out to get the house early ready for the spring and summer. We ordered the water truck to fill our tank. The propane guy is to fill up to that tank. We ran right up to the pipes. His mom and dad showed up with brother and family, which was fine, except it was a cold and shitty weekend, so they didn't want to set up tents and stay outside. That's why they were here. He saw them, they were going out, and they sort of invited themselves out. Oh my god, no. Kill them. I mean, not literally, but figuratively kill them. They didn't bring out much besides some sandwich. What kind of... This family has no boundaries. Like, what? Are you insane? He didn't understand why we didn't have any of the water toys with it. There was still ice on the lake. Okay, so they're actually just morons. Just mentally deficient.
Just rich dumbasses.
So I left. I said I needed to run to the store. I took my... She went out for a pack of smokes.
She went to get milk.
I left him, expecting him to be going to the gas station a mile from the lake. I left him out to prep the house and deal with his guests. He was upset and I left without telling him I wasn't coming back, that he had to do all the work by himself, that he had to clean the house by himself. So his family thought I was rude to not stick around and host. I did not invite them. I told him the house was not ready for guests. I told him I have enough toilet paper for 8 people. He only had 2 for the 2 of us for the weekend. I think it's his fault and his problem. I mean, it's not his fault. It's his family's fault, but it is his fault for telling them we cannot do this.
It's his fault for enabling.
Yeah. Like, that part's his fault, but it's also set boundaries with your family. Please.
Yeah.
Wait, Tommy, what's wrong with Tommy? What were you saying that in response to?
I think to the owning a lake house.
Oh, okay. Wait,
Yep.
do you own a lake house, Tommy? What? I did not think you did. Sounds more like a cabin, like a house. Maybe? Reminds me when your brother would go swimming as soon as the ice was thawed in March. Look, some people are not normal. Well, it's not the front of a lake, but it's a... No, Tommy. The problem is not having a house on the lake. The problem is having a second house that's on a lake. If your one house is on a lake, that's a different story. Oh, but this used to be our second home? Well, alright, it was like your grandparents or something, right? Well, I guess real estate was much cheaper back then when we bought it.
Yeah, they literally bought it for a pack of gum.
Am I the asshole?
They can win a house in a cereal box.
Mill? I'm encountering so many acronyms. Gosh, I don't know any of these acronyms.
Good news, I'm here.
So 24. Yeah, that's why I did this with someone. And besides the fact we hadn't collabed in a while, and I was like, I want to do something with Rishi. Oh,
We gotta
she's
do
the
that
love of
conspiracy one.
conspiracy iceberg. She's
The moon is actually a space station.
She's the love of my life, and the only problem is the witch of a mother she has. Ah, yes, I know this story. I've heard this story before. My girlfriend is very LC.
Low contact.
With her mom, she's a judgmental, crazy alcoholic. Yeah, heard this before. She has constantly criticized my GF to the point of her crying every time she talks to her. Well, why do you talk to her at all? Well, we were expecting her first child. Oh, for some reason I was interpreting this. I thought the poster was a girl. Up until this point, I missed the M there. It was not planned, but a welcome surprise. My GF told her father she's very closer to him, and Mama overheard it. She's demanding we use the name she wants, and it's her way or no way. What are you gonna do about it? You're a mother-in-law. What are you gonna do about it?
Get fucked.
Well, I was expecting my GF to either use the name or she picks or she won't ever be in her child's life. Why would we want it? So what? And she started to cry, saying we can't ban her from seeing her grandchild. You're the one who said you wouldn't be there. I told her that she thinks I would never allow her to be our child. She must be delusional. She had a meltdown, so we can't do that to her. And I told her you made her bed, she could rot in it. She told my parents about what I was living. They can't understand my frustration. That I can't be that disrespectful to someone. Just tell her off. Yes, you can. His parents are wrong. And James on my side. No, you are absolutely in the right here, King.
Yeah.
Like, you're not banning her. She said she won't. She volunteered to not be in that child's life. So you're just helping her. You're just helping her keep her. You're just helping her keep the promise she made. It's like
the consequences of her actions.
She made it. No. She's like, this is a deal, and he was like, agreed. Thumbs up.
Sure.
I'm signing the contract right now. Yeah, promise? Exactly, promise.
If you don't do this, I'll never show up again. Promise?
Yeah. Look, I don't think there's a moral reason why you have to be respectful to people who are just assholes. There may be like practical reasons for doing so, like maybe that it would cause a lot of problems if you were disrespectful for them, because maybe like they're your boss and they have a lot of power over you. It can cause a lot of trouble for you if you're not nice to them. But morally speaking, I am not of the opinion that you should just be respectful to everyone no matter what.
Exactly.
Also,
But also just a horrible mother. And apparently
Yes.
this is like an ongoing behavior.
yeah. If if you are reduced to crying every time you talk to your mother, also it's perfectly fine to go zero contact. You do not have. So I know you disagree, usually, but in my opinion, I do not. I feel very strongly about this. You do not owe your parents anything. If being with them, if being in contact with them is not good for you, then don't. I think
That's
that's
still family.
that to me, family is just a word, as far as I'm concerned.
Like my family regularly makes me cry. Like this weekend, they literally reduced me to tears in my car. But they're still family.
And I encourage you to interact with them less. Like I've made my position on this quite clear. I don't think you need to interact with them any more than you absolutely have to out of practical necessity. I know you feel differently. I know we've talked about this, but I absolutely think you would be much better off if you just limited the contact to absolute minimum.
I mean, bad things could happen if I do, is the whole problem.
Yeah, I understand. That's what I mean. Like, out of practical necessity. Like, if they have, power to make your life worse for not interacting with them, I understand that. Audire, you're not a therapist. I do have therapist training. I'm not currently working as one, but I have training in it. And when only people have a good relationship with your family and stories like this make me think so. Look, I envy people who have good relationships with their family. If you do have a loving relationship with your parents, if you get along, that is wonderful. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm talking purely about the people. Some family members are just pure toxic. All they do is make your life worse. And if you can afford to do so, cutting them off is perfectly fine.
Every child deserves a parent, but not every parent deserves a child.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I said, I understand you have reasons why you can't go zero contact, but minimum, probably the better. All right. Oh, look. Related. Am I the asshole for snapping at my dad that I'm already 18 and he no longer has the right to visit? He and my mom was divorced when I was 7. Now, at first he visited me once a week, but the visits became less frequent by the time I was 10, and he only came over once a month. Yesterday, my childhood cat was put down. It was also my dad's wedding day. I'd already called my dad a week in advance, telling him I won't be able to attend. I had to be there for my cat when she's put down. He berated me over the phone, saying I shouldn't choose my cat over his wedding. So I already been to his second and third wedding, so what's the big deal if I miss this fourth one?
He's fucking
Roasted.
Ross from the Friends. It's Ross!
This led to a lot of chatting on his part before I hung up. This morning he said, very upset. I told him if he continues to be a jerk, I don't want to see him again. He told me he has visitation rights. I told him I already turned 18 6 months ago. Now she shouldn't visit if he cares so little he couldn't remember my birthday. My half-sister wasn't related to, was kind and said I don't have to be harsh to him. It doesn't solve any issue. It solves the issue of not having to talk to him, or having to talk to him. Somebody believe my dog deliberately scheduled the euthanasia on the day of your dad's wedding. That's... Scheduling medical appointments. I know it's a vet, but you usually don't
It's
have
probably
that
in the
much
home.
freedom.
It's at home, so they do the first chance, and otherwise it's yeah.
Yeah, it's... You usually don't have that much freedom in choosing the date. Oh. Oh, guys, come on, Zero. I mean, look. If she did that, more power to her, but... Okay, let's go. What was this? Am I the asshole for saying not everything is about your kid?
Dropkick the child! Punt the child!
Sorry. I missed some chat messages. Let me go up a bit. My family just makes me angry. Yeah, same. I some close friends were not in great terms with the parent they can't for now. Definitely want them to split off from them when they can. You know, I don't know. It's a general bad idea to be this harsh to alcoholics.
It's
disagree.
not your responsibility to fix them.
Yeah, no, exactly. Being a family member, especially a family member in law, even you're not like actually like related by blood. They're not your responsibility, especially
And the
since
other one
they're
is pregnant.
a generation older than you. These should be responsible for themselves. You're your mother-in-law. They're not your daughter-in-law. Like, you're not adopting her. Like, at that age, assuming she's like probably like 40s, 50s, she's made her bed, and she can lie. She's living with the consequences of her own decisions. And it's like, my eyes are jittering. It's my glasses. But yeah, it's
Gotta
like,
love that tracking with glasses. Love it.
Yeah. It is not your job to fix other people. Like, it is not your unless you are literally their therapist or their doctor and being paid to do so. You're not responsible for their mental well-being. You're chiefly responsible for your own. And as long as it's convenient, yes, by all means, you don't have to. There's a difference between not going out of your way to make things worse for them. Then you're the asshole.
Also, I can guarantee the daughter has tried before. I can guarantee.
Absolutely.
Because that sounded like an absolute pattern in behavior, that every time they got off the phone, she cried. Yeah. That's not a thing that just happens overnight.
Yeah. You can only it's exactly, it's not your job to carry the burdens of everyone around you. If you do, if you're that kind of person that everyone else relies on, that is wonderful. But also it's not an obligation. That's something you're choosing to do. And especially if you feel that you're only doing that because you feel like you're obligated to, don't. Like, other people have their own lives. You have yours.
And it's gonna go on the cost of yours, is the issue.
Audire's talking about herself a little bit. Just a little bit. I was having a small birthday party for my son. We decided on his favorite pizza place. Both my
sister-in-law.
Sister-in-law. Okay. And daughter are vegetarian. How do you know all these?
I spent a bit too much time on Reddit.
I see. Wait, what was Audire talking about herself? Taking on other people's emotional burdens.
God, I wonder who is a perfect example of who they do that with. Yeah. Hold on, do I have hold on. I should have an arrow asset somewhere.
You don't know if this is kind of Asian thing, but you feel like family should be closer and supportive. Ideally, right? I think yes. I think in an ideal universe, family should be close and supportive.
And
But
then there's Americans.
if your family does not support you, you are not obligated to support them. Look, family is just people that you happen to be related to, right? By genetic chance, you happen to be born to be related to this group of people. That doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get along. That doesn't mean you're going to agree with each other. It doesn't mean you're going to care about each other. It is great if all of those things are true, but they're not necessarily true. Being family doesn't necessarily mean that your personalities work together in any mix together well at all. And it's important to recognize that and don't think to yourself, this is the way family is supposed to be, so therefore we must do this. Right?
And then there's generational trauma that I almost fell victim to. Hey!
It's just it's a social expectation. And you should ask yourself, why is it worth doing this just because it's what society expects us to do? And almost always the answer is no.
Yeah. And family can just be absolutely horrible, but also just only hang out with each other, so they think that's the normal, and that will cause massive issues later down the line.
Yeah, also
experience.
Traumatize the children.
Literally, like, in my family, like part of my family, it was just completely normal to just you know the crab bucket thing? Like when everyone is in misery, and if something good happens to one, everyone else will
crabs will pull down.
Yeah.
If one crab starts making it out of the bucket, the other crabs will pull them back down.
Yeah. Like if anything good happened to you, they would absolutely destroy everything you love.
Yeah.
Like, oh, how dare you, like, going to IKEA? Their food is horrible, and the store is very big. It is too big to walk in properly. And I will not let you go to IKEA because it is the worst place ever. So,
those are the
stick
people
to just normal food, like normal people.
Those are the people who are like, if you win the lottery, those are the family members that will ruin your life. Because something good happened to you. And they will ruin your life over it.
Oh, you like iced coffee? Yeah. Well, you can make better coffee at home. You're wasting your money. How dare you enjoy a drink?
Obviously, there's a limit. You feel like even with troubled members. Look, it is a good thing to help other people. Especially if they're your family. I have no disagreement on that. It is a good thing to help other people who are in need, who are suffering. But you don't. I think you're not obligated to. If you're emotionally speaking, financially is a whole different. Like if you're rich, your family's not, and they're in trouble. Like help them, please. But emotionally speaking, I think people are pretty much equal. There's no one's emotionally rich. So like emotionally, if you don't feel like if you don't feel capable of helping them, you're not obligated to try. If you feel like it's just too much for you. Again, this is speaking emotionally. If we're talking about physical things, finances, that's a different story. Anyways, back to this story. Sorry, was there anything you wanted to say, Rishi?
No, that's kind of it.
Okay. Sometimes your family also rolls bad on the mental illness chart before you are even born. Yeah, I think Ruchi would know something about that, huh? Okay. My brother comes with his new girlfriend and her son. I've never met this boy. I was an extremely busy mom with her 3 kids and 4 other cousins. I've asked, where the cheese pizza is? We don't have cheese. She said, our brother, you cannot tell your family. My child only likes cheese pizza. It says something about it's because of his autism. I said we have chili garlic bread, but the boy didn't like that either. It's true that he could have an extra large piece of cake. What was your kid only like chocolate? Okay, so he's a very picky eater. Are they saying that this kid is autistic, or I'm not sure? Well, this time my son and his other cousins start arguing about Fortnite. Oh my god. Look, that sounds too realistic. No way this is made up.
Airbender battle pass.
My son's like, what are the airbender? Oh my god. So I'm sidetracked with that.
What?
Logging into my daughter's.
It took a moment to. It took a moment.
Oh, like, there's that. Wait, do you have that? Oh, I accidentally hit the mute button.
You could hear the gears turning like the Airbender battle pass.
The Avatar crossover. Oh my god.
The what?
Yeah. The girlfriend asked you to order a cheese pizza for her son so he could have something to eat. He snapped back, not everything about your kid. I don't like that. I was then distracted by my daughter yelling at her cousin because she didn't want to play with her Switch with roast chicken grease hands to defuse that. I didn't want to cake and ice cream and most her brother, his girlfriend, and her son left. I got a long text from my mother how you could bully a child and his mother knew what an awful example you're setting for your kids. I didn't feel like out of line and she was rude. I feel like, look, this is a reasonable request, right? Can you order a cheese pizza?
But also, it should have been asked before because you can't just send a pizza at the party.
Yeah, also that. So, I think it's reasonable to refuse, but not do this. I snap back with not everything is at your kid. If you had refused politely, I would have been 100% with you. But this response, I don't feel, is warranted. The first response, I think, was safety. Don't create a second mental injury trying to help. Exactly. Like, when you see someone drowning, the official advice, unless you have been trained in lifeguarding or something similar, do not try to save them. Because most likely what will happen is that you will go to try to save them, and then there will be 2 drowning people. And that goes emotionally as well as with drowning, with metaphor.
Yeah.
Also, yes.
If she really wanted a cheese pizza, she could order the damn cheese pizza.
Also yes. He said it on his first favorite pizza place. So they're at the pizza place. So this birthday party is at a pizza place. So it's like, also, yes, just order a pizza. Yeah, just order a cheese pizza. Okay, okay. In that case, I still think she could have been more polite. Like, okay, like here's the thing. I don't think, again, I just said this earlier, like, I don't believe that you should always be polite. But be polite. I think you should usually be polite at first. I don't feel like this was an unreasonable request. And so,
but she also, like, they already offered pizza, the bread, extra piece of cake, but that was all not good. And I was like, oh, could you order more for us? And then just be like, order it yourself. Because at that point, it's like third strike, right?
Yeah. Well, I understand if the kid is picky. It's like you're trying to accommodate. But also, like, I feel like both sides have ground to stand on here. Like the girlfriend,
this is like a new girlfriend and a son. Like they say they never met this boy. This is not a new person. This is a completely new person that they don't even know.
Wait. This kind of confused me. She started in about my brother about how can you not tell your family your child only likes cheese pizza. So something about, is he talking about the brother or the child? Which one has the autism? Because
I
this
think
is a very
child.
It's a very different story. If she's going like, how could you not tell your family? It's because you're autistic.
My child only likes cheese pizza. My child only likes cheese pizza because of his autism.
That was my first interpretation, but I just realized it's like written slightly vaguely. It's like, if it's the
Yeah.
first, I'm like, then oh my god, she's such a huge asshole. Anyways, what is the order of the pizza, full pizza? Is, yeah, you can just order a slice. Not everything about you could, like, I feel like both of them are slightly assholes in this situation. I feel like.
But especially the girlfriend, because she just came in to a random party, was like, oh, everything needs to be about my child.
Yeah. And, yeah, I feel like if you go into it, if you have specific dietary requirements and you don't make them clear before the party, you should not expect to be accommodated. Like, that's like the reasonable thing to do. But like, if you're not, it's also, you can ask during the party, you know, if honest mistake, you forgot, and it's reasonable to ask if there are accommodations available, but also if there are not, okay, well,
Don't push it.
Yeah, it's reasonable to ask, but if you're told no, the reasonable thing to do is just say, oh, okay, yeah, my bad. This is my own fault.
Yeah.
Consequences of my own actions.
Because they were already offered like 3 different things. And then like, oh, could you spend more money on my child? Just no.
Yeah. No, really, just order the cheese pizza yourself. Like,
Also,
it's
rude, but also he was being stressed. He was at his daughter's, she was at her daughter's birthday party. Probably planned the whole thing herself. And then in comes this random lady she has never met before demanding a cheese pizza. I would also be like, kindly fuck off.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be like that in my head, but I feel like I would have handled it slightly differently.
Also, in a pizza place, so there's a lot of sounds and you're gonna get very overwhelmed really easily, and you're just gonna get cranky really fast.
Yeah. So I think. Yeah. Anyways, I've said enough about this. I think.
Yeah.
Dude, the simplest thing she could have done. He's busy with the Fortnite skin. No, I'm not reading the rest of that.
Skibidi toilet.
Okay, that's the. I don't know if it's the. I don't know. Both my sister-in-law and daughter. Actually, I don't know if it's the mom or dad. Oh, this one already read. Am I the asshole? We're calling my parents' plans stupid.
Uh-oh.
I, 17, now have a sister, 1 month away from 50, who recently had 3 ever good friends that, oh my gosh.
What?
Oh God. She was very energetic and, to be honest, rather girly before that. Now she stopped styling her hair. Sometimes a lot of time and effort doing. She does a bare minimum bathing and grooming, whereas the thing, she has depression. She has depression. More strange, she's been going at cardboard boxes with a knife until they like the product. She has depression.
That is depression.
Hanging out and doing activities these characters never heard of. Sunny from Omori and Chris from Delta Room.
That is depression. Hold on. Let me get closer to the mic. That's depression.
Her parents want to incentivize her. They talked about removing the non-pink and white girl stuff while she's showering, drinking her while she has a cheer practice. But they haven't let her quit. Try to get in her correct headspace. I should have laughed and called that the dumbest idea I ever heard. You ignore me at first, but can you say and then said let them live their failure down? With things like you and said that there's no wonder she's miserable.
Didn't even get time to mourn, Jesus.
Well, I don't know how recently this happened, but I'm assuming it's not like 3 of her friends all died last weekend or something, but like, Jesus Christ. These parents are not, they may be adults in name, but they are not emotionally adults. That plan would only work in a sitcom. Oh my God. Yeah, this is kind of, that plan would work in a sitcom, and then the episode would be roasted online for because everybody can tell this is depression. And everybody can tell you this is not how depression works. This is not how you cure depression.
Taking away their clothes and messing up their personal space is I don't have to tell you, not a good thing especially if you're depressed. You're not going to take away their only safe space and be like, huh, why isn't she doing better?
I think they might not know what depression is. From the sounds of it, they probably think she's going through an emo phase. Then they're retards. She's grieving. Her friends die. If you cannot understand why someone might be sad for extended, you cannot conceive of the possibility that someone might be depressed after 3 of her friends died.
And she's 14.
Yeah. Then you are
Imagine being 14.
You are not emotionally ready for. But Cole, not everyone is emotionally intelligent. They're emotionally less intelligent than their son. Their 17-year-old teenage male. Do you know how stupid teenage boys are emotionally?
I knew one who punched a wall because they thought they were in America. They broke their hand.
Oh, that happens a lot. Actually.
So they were like, oh, I'm gonna punch a wall like they do in America, but then they remembered that we have stone walls.
When I was working in the ER, like every other day, every third day or something, there would be usually some kind of big dude who just came in with a broken fist because they punched the wall. It happens so often in America because you know, our houses
are made of cardboard.
Our houses, yes, but they're usually out at bars and stuff, commercial buildings where the walls are often, made of concrete. and they punch them like they're at home, and they break their hand.
Oh. What do you mean, like they're at home? Like it's a normal thing to punch walls?
I mean, no. Someone who punches buildings out when they're out in public absolutely also does it at home. I guarantee you.
Why do people punch walls? That's what I'm most confused about here. Who in my brain goes like, oh, you know what I should do? Punch a wall. Well,
this is just how some guys react. That's how they work off stress. just want to punch something. This is the new Rushi, the Nushi. Yes, this is the Nushi. This is intermediate Shi. The true Nushi is coming.
It's coming. It's bad.
But also, yes, so there's no excuse for these parents. Yes, I know these parents are not emotionally intelligent. We've established that. But they are less emotionally mature than their teenage son. They are not ready for children. You're not ready to have teenagers. Man, you're reminded when you were younger, you slam into the wall, and when you were frustrated, hitting stuff. That's autism.
That's autism. I used to do that.
That is a classic autism thing.
I used to have an almost permanent bruise on my forehead because I kept smashing my head against walls.
Yeah. I don't know why kids with autism do that, but it is classic. It's a classic autism behavior.
I used to do it because I was so frustrated and scared and stressed out, and I couldn't say that I was that, so I used to do that instead of other forms of not really being I'm trying to avoid the word because YouTube doesn't like the word, but I think you know what I'm talking about. I would do that so people would be like, oh, there's something wrong, so I wouldn't have to say that something was wrong, and I could just show something was wrong by banging my head.
I wonder if the punching the wall thing is similar. The guys, the dudes are just angry, and they're like, I can't, I don't, I'm so angry, I can't communicate that I'm angry. So how do I communicate that I'm angry? Punch a wall.
I mean, kinda.
I whack myself with a ruler. It's both I have trauma regarding rulers.
You also got that thing where they wanted you to write with the right, so they smacked your left hand?
Oh, it wasn't my hand.
Head?
It was kind of everywhere.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't think I've talked about this, but like, so like I used to get beat with a ruler, and then at first it was a wooden ruler, then they broke it on me, and so they bought like this giant industrial metal ruler, and then like, so what I did is I stole it and I hid it behind like a wardrobe, and they never found it.
Good.
It was- Anyways.
Oh, I like gripping my hair, but that's more because I like the sensation of the hair being kind of tugged back. I really like that. Like the same kind of sensation you get when brushing your hair. I really like that. It's just really.
Is that why your wait? Is this related to why your hair was falling out?
No, my hair was falling out because I was stressed as fuck. And probably had pneumonia.
But also, I mean, pulling on it definitely does not help with that.
Yeah. But like, I really like. That's
this
the
was a
funny
while
part because
ago.
I really hated like any hairstyle that had my hair up or in braids, because there was always that one hair that tugged, and I hated that, and it would drive me insane. Autism.
Am I the asshole for not giving my friends a ride if they didn't fasten their seatbelts? Last night, I, 18, was getting off work at 11:30. My two other friends were all leaving and asked me to give a ride. I said sure. They all live within 1.5 miles from our workplace. They live in separate houses. It's pretty chilly night. Well, but we wait their seatbelts slip, and you fasten their seatbelts and look at each other with confused glances. At a minute, one of the brothers side, I said, "Wait, you're serious?" Yeah. They asked why. I said the obvious reason: safety. I don't want no tickets if you happen to get pulled over. One time he correctly said the driver doesn't get a ticket, the passenger does. Sat there for a second. If you don't fasten your seatbelts, I'm not taking you guys anywhere. They both let out a bunch of scoffs and exited the car. I said, suit yourself, and drove off.
Yep. There's nothing wrong about doing that. They made their bed.
I mean, I could probably say like you're kind of a square, but this is also perfect. This is the correct thing to do.
Yeah, literally. Like, there's nothing wrong about doing that. They literally got out themselves.
Yeah, it is. I mean, this legally, you are obeying the law.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh no, the driver doesn't get. The driver gets it. The driver gets the ticket.
Yeah.
The driver's the one responsible."
Yes, see, teenage boys. They're slightly older than the other one, but teenage boys are stupid. Well, honestly, never thought of that. That happens again. You could just tell them something. If we crash, I don't want to see both my friends die.
They'll be like, "Oh, you're such a pussy."
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
18-year-old boys.
Yeah. Am I the asshole for telling my overweight friend that I maintain my body through a healthy lifestyle, not genetics? Okay, so there's some medical stuff to talk about here. A few years back, some of my friends from high school decided that no matter where we lived or how busy we were going to meet each other for brunch once a year for the rest of our lives. Blah, blah, blah. It's not important. Very active person, you ran track and cross country, now compete in ultra marathons. For this reason, you eat a lot of calories and you stay pretty thin. Reasonable, healthy, balanced meals. For one day a year, nothing is off limits. Rue has the heavier side. Rue pointed out, blah, blah, blah. Every year I eat nothing but oatmeal and I keep getting bigger and bigger. And Opie is over there gorging herself and stick thin. Like every calorie Opie shows up on my body. Then my friend trying to chime in saying you're lucky to have good genetics and can eat whatever you want. Do not normally eat like this. I very frequently eating salads for everywhere, not enjoying, do not make it wrong. Okay. Probably privilege is aware of your privilege and accuse you of shaming her. Don't fall asleep, get off your high horse. Eventually I had enough of just trying to help and running hurt Rue. Now feeling for okay. I think this is a good opportunity to talk about like weight loss and like weight gains. So, first off, yes, I acknowledge this person is putting in a lot of probably putting in a lot of effort to stay thin. Like probably if you completing ultra marathons, probably very active, probably eating reasonably healthy, balanced diets. I'm not trying to denigrate the work she puts in to stay in shape. But also, that is all heavily based on genetics. Like, the ability to, everything involved in doing all of this is something heavily contributed to by genetics. And scientifically speaking, obesity is like, I think it's, off the top of my head, it's like 80% hereditable. Or it's like 0.8 hereditability, which means about 80%, strictly speaking, about 80% of the natural variation in people's weights in the US is due to their genes. So, and that's the thing to understand. Your behavior is also, your genes also contribute to your behavior, your diets, your ability to eat what you want, to stick to a diet, your ability to enjoy healthy food, which makes sticking to a healthy diet much easier. Genetics contributes to all of that. So yes, I acknowledge that you can put a lot of effort into staying in shape, but don't act like you are genetically privileged if you can do all of those things. It is, your genetics is contributing to all of that. And so it is harder for Rue, who most likely genetically is predisposed to obesity. It's a lot harder for her to do the same things that this person is doing just because of her genetics. Or not just because of it, but partly because of her genetics. And so, this is my little rant here on the subject. The moral of the story here, yes, she does have a certain degree of privilege, and she is wrong to just dismiss that. And just don't assume that her friend, just because she's overweight, don't assume that just because she's overweight, that means she isn't putting in just as much effort as she is. That's the key. Just because someone is overweight does not mean they aren't putting, and someone is skinny, does not mean the person who is overweight is not putting in just as much effort as the skinny person. It just, for a variety of reasons, that effort isn't translating into the same results. And that can have been a lot of both genetic and environmental reasons can contribute to that. Okay, I'm done with that. I'm sorry. Richard, anything you'd like to say?
America.
Yes, okay, yes. America. Yes, I disagree with it. I do think they are slightly an a-hole. They're not like the biggest a-hole in the world or anything.
They were kind of attacking them though.
Yeah.
They were like, oh yeah, you must have it so easy. While also disregarding everything that they do to stay in shape.
Yeah.
Like, I would also get kind of annoyed if someone was like, oh, you must be so healthy, you must be so good, you can eat everything you want to. My guy,
yeah,
literally
absolutely. Yeah, don't underestimate. Yeah, don't just assume that it's just genetics that keeping them skinny, but also acknowledge.
My guy, I'm poor.
Yeah. Oh yes, the poverty diet.
Yeah.
I remember it was only for a summer, for 2 months, but I lost a lot of weight that summer just because I couldn't afford food.
Yeah.
I went on a poverty diet once. It's very effective. Anyways, would I be the asshole if I refused to clear my mom's debt? Leaving her and my siblings homeless? Wait, what?
Huh. Oh, I see MLM schemes. Oh no.
Oh, my brother and I warning her against it.
My first man-loving man. Man-loving man
She quit her. job because the MLS gave people daughter without for his chance to become an entrepreneur and independent. My dad is supporting her financially and before you're a sibling. She pretty much gave up on the oils. Oh my gosh. I like just from this line I know it's like which specific company it is. Because they are really
there's
big.
a lot of them.
There's a lot of one, but it's almost certainly one of the one particular one that is just gigantic and does it all from selling essential oils.
Yeah.
A lot more so. She wants to do something else because I don't feel like she's her own boss under the MLM company. She overestimated how many people want to buy her product, and now she's thousands in debt. She won't get it.
No shit.
She doesn't understand. It's an MLM. The money does not come from people buying the product. The money comes from you getting other people in to join the MLM. That's your mistake. She won't get a job that can't afford to pay off the son, the house, and his car. Your brother has 3 kids in private school. He doesn't have much money to scare her. What? That's a lot of private school. I'm on maternity leave, and the amount she needs will wipe out my savings, and I have to use my husband's money as well to cover this debt, which I don't think is fair. Especially since she doesn't want to get a job. Okay, this part.
Yep,
this clinches it. Absolutely.
Entrepreneur at heart.
Absolutely.
Like, usually when someone does like a XXX at heart, that person is immediately just in the wrong. Like, it also happens with like Lolita fashion. There's a lot of like total rant here. There's this whole thing called Lolita at Hearts, and there's 2 types. There's the type that actually wants to put in effort, and those that just really want to be in the spaces without putting in any of the effort. And usually when they say Lolita at heart, it means the second one. Because they will either act like they do know stuff and just give out completely wrong info, like, oh yeah, Amazon's a great place to buy dresses. It's totally fine to own replicas, that kind of thing. And like, oh yeah, like the other Lolitas are just meanies and they're gatekeepers and all that stuff. And you're just there like, we just wanted to get good quality dresses and we gave you resources. We didn't even tell you to not buy the dress if it makes you happy. We just told you that you could get better quality dresses for half the price that you're paying, because those dresses on Amazon, not cheap by the way. For $60 you could get a dress with penguins dressed as bees. Who does not want a dress with penguins dressed as bees? That reminds me, I need to get a dress with penguins dressed on bees. Can you tell what kind of dress I'm interested in right now? I need to find a frog dress.
Not frogs?
I need to get a frog dress. I really need to get a frog dress. I can't find one. Chat! Chat! I'm sending you on a crusade to find me a froggy dress.
They're leaving their siblings homeless, but they don't seem to have done anything wrong. But that's how it always is with parents, right? You can't. If the parents mess up, yes, the children will always suffer. But if you also, look, the problem is if you just bail this person out, she's just going to ruin her life again. Right now, she wants to open a food truck, even though they aren't popular in the town she lives in and always go up. So she's just going, if you bail her out, she's just going to she's going to get into debt again.
It's going to do the Amy's Baking Company of food trucks.
If she actually learned her lesson, I think you could justify bailing her out here. But this isn't bailing, this is just enabling her. This isn't helping. They're just throwing money down a pit.
Especially considering, MLM.
Yeah. My dad says he plans to sell the house and his car and move his tenants out of the apartment he owns. Oh my god, they're landlords.
Of course it's fucking landlords.
Wait.
Evil.
So they're not really homeless then. because he's not selling the apartment. He can just move into their apartment. My mom
No,
called me
but
crying because
apartments don't count as a home to these rich people. They
But
go
the-
to
the-
private school.
they own the apartment. It's not an apartment for them. It's just their building. My mom called me crying. She loves her neighborhood. Has lived here. So they're not even homeless. They're just moving. They're just freaking moving out of the neighborhood. She doesn't understand why I don't use the hard money. Since he won't notice it's gone. I'm like, okay, this. My mom said, no, not you see your younger siblings when the closer with having exiled by your entire family.
Good.
No. I mean, look, once your siblings grow up, they'll either understand, in which case
Or be just as bad.
you'll be to interact with them, or if you don't, they're also just as bad.
Which unfortunately can be the case because it's one of those nature over nurture things and nurture over nature.
Yeah, I mean,
You take up the behaviors you see around you growing up. Still unlearning! Woo!
like, you turned out all right in that regard.
Relatively.
Relatively.
I still eat red meat though. You can't stop me. You know you can't stop me.
As far as I can see it, it's siblings plural, so more people get hurt by doing. The thing is, Cass, even if you did, she would just end up in the exact same situation. Like starting a food, I forget what, but like on average, starting a small business in the U.S. costs $50,000, or was it more than?
It was
Maybe it was
$500,000.
$500,000. Okay, it's a lot of money. My point, she wants to buy a food truck. How much does a food truck cost? How much does a food truck cost to operate? Food truck purchases typically cost between $50,000 to $175,000. And so it's about, how much does she owe?
Thousands.
Thousands. Okay, so they're crippled because she owes thousands of dollars, and now she wants to immediately do something else that's going to put her tens of thousands of dollars into debt again. You bail her out. You give it like a year. If even that, then she's going to the exact same situation. You haven't helped. You've just delayed the inevitable. Like giving money. Simply giving money to someone who is financially irresponsible isn't actually helping them. It's like giving money to someone with a gambling addiction is not helping them. You have to cure their gambling addiction. You have to treat the gambling addiction before you can help them financially. It's like you're like, I don't know, it's like you're pouring water into a bucket that has no bottom. You're not achieving anything. Right?
Yeah.
Like you're just throwing your money down the same hole. This would be one of the things that kids will about. I assume so. I certainly hope so. And also, like, they're not even really homeless. They're landlords. They own an apartment. Like
asshole just for being a family with a landlord.
The people living in the apartment, they're the ones who are really suffering here. They're getting kicked out of their homes in this economy because of this mom got into an MLM scheme. These are the real people suffering. Like, they're not even homeless. They still have an entire building to live in. Mom wants to own a business but doesn't want to do any of the work. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it sounds like the husband seems to make enough. Like, she could just be a housewife. Like, she doesn't need to do a business at all. She doesn't need to work a job. If she had just sat home and done nothing, it would be an infinitely better situation. That's how you know you really failed at life. If you would just doing nothing would have put you in a better position.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might be telling my stepsister I won't attend her baby shower, and I won't change my mind just because she keeps asking.
Turkey.
This post was removed by Reddit's filters. Oh.
Oh.
The problem is the mom wants to own a business. Yeah. Frankly, as much as you know they're not the best organized, CPA has got to involve this. I don't think so. I mean, from what it sounds like so like you have to sell their house and move, but they're not homeless. They're not. The title made it sound like they're actually like homeless, but they still own an apartment building. Like they're not destitute. They're not liquid, but they're not destitute. So like, it sounds like from the family was pretty well off. They're definitely upper middle class. Like this is devastating, but it's not ruinous. She clearly wants to do something with her life, but like, learn to draw, take up a hobby, find a hobby. You don't have to be on that grind set. You can just do something that makes you happy because it's happy. It doesn't have to make money. When you are
but she's an entrepreneur.
Sell your art on Etsy. Fucking knit sweaters and sell them on Etsy. That can be your entrepreneurship.
She's going to bulk buy from Temu and then sell it on Etsy.
Oh no. I mean, that would probably be a better job than better business than whatever she was doing. Probably better than running a food truck when you don't know how to cook.
Gonna be that one shitty TikTok channel that sells self-defense tools that they got from Temu. You know exactly which one I'm talking about.
Absolutely. Like, start a YouTube channel. That's do that in your entrepreneurship. Don't start a TikTok though, because they just banned TikTok. So in the U.S. That just happened today.
Y'all are weird.
Well, they're not banned yet. The bill was signed today, but so the parent company has 9 months to either sell TikTok to an American company, or it's banned. I hope they don't sell.
That sounds kind of scummy.
It's extremely. So this is kind of like, it actually reminds me of, so like, in like South American countries, Venezuela particularly, like when the socialists took over, there were a bunch of foreign companies were operating, and they just nationalized those foreign companies and took everything from them. This is like basically America is doing a socialism.
American banana republic.
Yes, America is a very successful, very popular foreign company, and we're just forcing them to sell to one of our because they make too much money.
Mm-hmm.
And so just we want in on this action. No American company can compete with TikTok, so we're just going to force them to sell to us. That's a whole other that's a whole other stream.
America.
I just realized it's 10 o'clock. Okay, we're gonna do one last one.
Yay.
I'm noticing parents are a consistent trend with these. Am I the asshole for refusing to uproot my life and move in with my parents? Mothers-in-laws, biological parents.
It makes sense. It makes sense because what's on Reddit other than very annoyed teenage kids?
Well, this one's 31 male, so not quite a teenager. Let's see. So I, 31 male, moved out of my parents' home when I was 19 years old. I have lived on my own with different roommates for the past 12 years. My current problem is my parents want me to move back home. They want my help, both financially, to which I've already submitted sending them money, whatever I can, and to help take care of them. They had me late in the game. They're both in my earlier. Oh my God. You were 40 when you had their first child?
I mean, that's not that weird.
4 older siblings. Look, Rushi, that is very weird. Okay.
My mother is 67.
I know you are an unusual situation. You are not normal. This is not normal. I know you are in the same boat. Okay, but here, I have 4 older siblings. Okay, that makes more sense. Though not the first child. See, this is not normal. But because I'm the only one of us 5 that don't have kids.
Oh, of course it's the
Okay.
childless kid that they are
Yeah.
going to be like,
expect me
oh
to
yeah,
drop-
they don't have enough responsibilities. Let's just drop us on them.
So you're gonna drop your own life and move 2 states away so you can move back in with them on your own time? No. I don't have the best relationship with my mother. My father is basically a teddy bear. My mother spent most of my life telling me how I ruined her plans, how it wasn't supposed to happen. Took a fit every time she had to spend money on me. At the same time, never shying away from dropping 20s and 50s in a communion basket during church, screaming at me for being too small to fit in my older brother's hand-me-downs when he was always tall for his age while I've always been short. I told them no. My father seems to understand, but my mother's gone on a rampage. Always been getting
Nursing
calls from people
home.
I've seen in years talking to you, and they're not old enough to be sent to a nursing home yet, but some of them have also
Nursing
been badgering her.
home.
Okay, your siblings are asked. We could move in with them. You can just say that. Yeah, you can do it if you want. If you
I
don't,
don't
if you
have
don't
a
want,
favorite child, but I do have a least favorite, and it's the youngest. That one fucking quote from Brandon Rogers.
exactly. Like, you're just as related to her as I am. Why is it my fault for not doing something you don't want to do either? Absolutely.
I don't have favorites, but I do have a least favorite. Can you tell which one?
People having kids as a retirement plan are weird. I mean, that's how it was for most of human history.
They're just in a really unfortunate spot that's just not longer feasible, especially considering income has declined so much that it's just not possible.
Well, no. Look, if your kid is your retirement plan, be nice to them. Make them
Also
like
that.
you.
Also
That's the
that.
main problem here. If the mother had just been, actually loved her child, this wouldn't be happening to her. It's, you know what? If you want to use your children as a retirement plan, go for it. But actually love them. Be
Smells
nice to
like a
them.
lovely trip to the nursing home.
So they make them actually want to take care of you, and don't just expect them to because you happen to be related.
Also, early 70s is about the time people can go to nursing homes. Like, I think I remember my
can.
grandmother being like 78 when she got to a nursing home.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think it sounds like they're still fairly independent, but
Yeah.
it's like absolutely. At 70, you're absolutely eligible to be for nursing homes, but also like if they probably don't have the money, like to which you always because like they need help financially, so it sounds like they don't have money.
Yeah, it sounds like a them problem.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yes. I know I've warned Tommy about ending up in this situation. But yeah. Let's see. Let me catch up on chat. And you landed a 34 on a PCL test, high score. I don't know what that is. What's a PCL test?
Psychopath thingy.
Oh. LSRP then is 85th percentile primary and 90th percentile secondary. Means you can be clinically classified as a psychopath. Oh. Oh yeah, what? Something seems to forget you need money to. Oh yeah. So depending on the state and the situation, you can. So they're definitely old enough to qualify for government for Medicare, and Medicare depending on the situation, Medicare can you pay for your nursing home that in the U.S. So it is an option, but
I mean, it sure
maybe-
doesn't look like the son is gonna take care of him. Nursing home.
yeah. Also, they may, you know, they may have a fit about taking money from the, you know, government handouts or something. I don't know what the reasons are. Like they may just, I don't want no money from the government. Anyways, if you told me the person who is into vor was also a psychopath, I don't think I would be surprised. You know what? Fair.
Cole, good luck. Good news, we're not going to. Good news, we're not going to.
Okay. I think we're good for today.
Yeah, we're not gonna make it to holiday. We've all accepted. It's fine.
I mean, I hope to. Fingers crossed. But,
Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. I'm surprised if I am surprised. Like I'm gonna be so stoked if I live for another decade, honestly. Like I'll be surprised and stoked.
Come here, Rush. I will take care of you. Come
I'll
here.
be fine. I'll be fine.
You're talking about
I've had a
living for a You're talking
I've had
about
a
not
good
living
life.
for
I've
another.
had a good
You're not
life. I
fine.
drank. I got absolutely wasted at a party once. I've had a good life.
I will take care of you in your old age, Rushi.
I'm gonna be in like I'm gonna be like fucking. I'm gonna be in my 40s and be like, back in my day, and I actually have like all the my back is completely shrimped. I'm walking with a walker.
Audire mom's trouble. She just adopts all her friends who can't take care of themselves. I'm gonna have to be selective. There's too many of you for that.
Too many mental ill issues.
I
I've been walking encyclopedia. I have made therapists cry. And it won't be the last time I'll fucking do it again.
I'll have to hire like domestic servants.
It's like you know how some people have like that dream where they will with like, oh, if I could have anything in the world, I'd have like a castle in France and have like it'd be an animal sanctuary. You're gonna have it for people with mental illnesses.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
I feel that's called an as asylum, but
that's not the kind of catch-em-all I want.
I feel like that's called a mental asylum, and I sure hope you don't have any ice picks in there. So,
I mean, I did want to be a psychiatrist, so
with the ice pick.
With an ice, not with an ice pick, just a psychiatrist. I worked in an asylum. I spent a month working in one, the mental ward.
I got threatened with an asylum.
I got threatened by people in the asylum.
Yeah, checks out, honestly.
I got accused of being. This guy accused me of being a communist agent, but I was here to liberate them. So it's like it was opposite. He seemed to think that being a communist agent was a good thing. So it was like the opposite of what was usually expected.
Well, now you know why he was in there.
For being a socialist,
you met my dad.
Apparently.
You met my dad.
All right.
Did he also
Thank you all
believe
for
the theory
tuning in.
of? Did he believe the theory of the chemicals in the child's brain that can keep people young? That rich billionaires.
I did not. I did not investigate his belief in conspiracy theories. So, anyways, thank you all for tuning in today. We'll be streaming again on Friday. Not sure what. Maybe Genshin Impact. Maybe Minecraft. We'll see. So thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you all again on Friday. Until then, have a wonderful rest of your week and a wonderful night. Good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Good night.